Hey there, welcome to my channel, Messes with Michelle. If you're returning, welcome back, and if you're new, welcome. My name's Michelle. In today's video, I'm deep cleaning my Dyson Handheld DC34 vacuum. I've only emptied out the canister where the larger dust and debris is collected. I haven't cleaned the Cyclone area where a lot of the finer dust is collecting and hiding. So this is going to be pretty much the first deep clean that I'm sharing with you. Before I jump in and start cleaning, just a small disclaimer. I love cleaning my vacuums, but I'm not a specialist and I'm not a technician when it comes to specializing in cleaning vacuums. This is just the way that I clean mine. So always make sure to read the manufacturer's instructions before attempting to clean your handheld Dyson, and also make sure that the power cord is not charging and plugged into the handheld when you're doing this process of cleaning. So let's jump in and let's begin cleaning. I just emptied out the canister with the larger debris, and that's only the tip of the iceberg that you can actually see inside the Dyson. As I get deeper into the Cyclone area, as I mentioned, you're going to see a lot more dust and just nitty-gritty of the inside of my vacuum. To get access to the washable filter, there's a button on top of the Dyson, and you're just going to press the button and the handheld is going to separate into two pieces. And you're going to see in just a moment that there's a mesh type of fabric filter that is washable with tap water. So once you press that button, you're going to have two separate pieces, and then you can remove your filter and you're going to be able to wash this, which I'll show you a little bit later in this video. Now I'm going to access the Cyclone and separate it from the canister. You're going to have the canister open, and this way you're going to access a red half moon button. You're going to press that at the bottom, and you're going to slide out the Cyclone from the canister, and you're going to have two separate pieces now. There's a rubber seal gasket around the Cyclone, and I'm using a flathead screwdriver to remove it so I can clean it. I don't think this is 100% necessary because I found later on as I was reassembling the Cyclone, the gasket is very hard to place back on, especially around the back, because you can't really access that very easily. So unless your rubber seal is extremely dirty, I would say just skip this step to kind of just save you a headache for later. I did accomplish to put mine back, but I think next time I'm just going to keep it on. So this one's a little bit hard to kind of explain, but you'll see at the very end of the Cyclone there's like a tube. Well, that can be removed, and I'm just taking my flathead screwdriver and wedging it under the little tiny, I would say it's like a slit in the side of the Cyclone. It's where the tube connects to the other base. So it takes a little bit of finessing to get it off, but be very careful because everything is plastic, and if you push too hard, you could easily break it. So if you are planning on taking that little tube off to your right that you see here to get deeper into the Cyclone, just be very patient and very slow because you don't want to crack any of the plastic and then you're going to be damaging it. But it's definitely worth the hassle to take it off because you get really down to the nitty-gritty and you saw all that debris that was hiding inside. So now I can deep clean it even better because I can see exactly where I need to clean. Next, I'm going to go even deeper into the Cyclone. I'm going to remove this plastic mesh. I just used a flathead screwdriver to run it along in between the seam just below where the rubber seal is. There's a small slit you can fit a flathead screwdriver in, and very carefully I started to wiggle it around and I started to separate the two components. Now just remember, everything's plastic like I mentioned earlier, so if you go too fast or you put too much pressure, there is risk of cracking or damaging your filter, so go slow and steady, and this way you can prevent any damage to your Cyclone or your filter. Now it's time to clean all of the different pieces. I'm using just running tap water to clean the filter because it is washable, so I'm just running it underneath, squeezing it out, and trying to get any sort of hidden dust inside cleaned out. Now, if you watched any of my videos previously cleaning Dysons or other vacuums, I always say I don't like to introduce water into the system. It's just a preference that I had, but I thought I'd take a chance and try something different and just use water and clean out the components. Now, the first few pieces were fine because there was no electrical components in them, so I didn't feel like there was any risk. But as I started to move through the cleaning process, I didn't really look closely at the canister, where I realized there was two little cords that probably power the brush roll, and I did submerge and just clean this canister with running water, and I kind of regret that because I'm not quite sure if that would ruin the electrical components on my vacuum, so I was a bit disappointed that I did the process that way for that particular piece. So I just recommend not cleaning the canister with running water and just spray maybe just a cleaner with a paper towel and wipe it down. This is the canister I was talking about earlier. As I already put everything underwater, I noticed that they had the two cords. The only, I guess, good part for me is I'm assuming that the electrical cords are to power the brush roll, but I have no longer the brush roll. It broke a few years ago and I didn't actually replace it, so I'm not 100% sure if it even works because I don't have anything to test it on. But if I did have the brush roll, I could be in a little bit of a pickle because it may not have worked correctly after I wet it. So just want to give that word of caution that do not submerge the canister. And I did try it, but I'm kind of wishing that I just stuck to my old way of doing things and just sprayed it out with a cleaner and a paper towel. I'm leaving everything to air dry, and I left everything to dry for about 4 days, and it just depends on where you live and how fast things dry, but I just want to make sure that everything is 100% dry and there's no lingering water, especially when you want to put everything back together like the Cyclone pieces. You don't want any water in the system. You want everything to be 100% dry. So to clean the handheld part of the Dyson, I'm just going to wipe it down with some vinegar and water and get off this dust from the handle, and then I'll start to reassemble everything. First off, you're going to replace the filter and put it back in, and it just pops in really easily into this area, and just gonna make sure that everything is sealed nice and tight and everything's fitted properly inside the base. Next, I'm going to reassemble the Cyclone, and I'm going to place the filter back on, and it kind of just slides back into place. It's pretty straightforward. There's a small little tab on the perimeter just where I'm pointing now that I kind of used as my guide to figure out how to place it back on correctly. So you want to make sure that the filter is on nice and securely. You can give it a bit of a tug to make sure that it's secure and it's not going anywhere. And then I'm going to place this tube back onto the Cyclone and the filter. There's small little tabs on the perimeter of this tube, and you're just going to match them up where these little tiny holes that are horizontal, you're going to match those up and just kind of place those together, and they might just snap into place. And you can also give a little tug to make sure that everything is secure and it's not going to fall apart later on. So there's the Cyclone put together. And now, since the Cyclone is put together, I'm going to place the handle back on. So you're going to see there's these two little metal prongs in the bottom of the handheld piece. I'm just going to kind of line them up and just place them together. And then you're going to have the button where the filter is, and it's going to snap together. And then you have your Cyclone and your handheld piece back together. After I put everything together, I realized that this was a little bit more difficult than expected, is putting on this little rubber gasket. So I'm not sure if you see me taking it apart in these clips, but I thought I had to disassemble everything to reapply the gasket. And yes, I did take it apart again, but I just used some pliers and I just slowly try to align the rubber gasket on the back of the Cyclone. Now the back of the Cyclone is hard, it's not really movable, so that's where I found it was a bit difficult to place back on because there's very limited working space. So I kind of just used whatever I could on my multi-purpose tool to get that gasket back into place here. It is achievable, but more of a pain than anything. And then I'm just going to go ahead and put the filter back onto the Cyclone and just reassemble the two pieces together. With the Cyclone filter all back together, I'm going to put the canister back on. In the inside of the canister, there's a small little groove that you can line up with the small little tab on the filter of the Cyclone. You're just going to line those two pieces up, and then it kind of just snaps right into place. This was actually a little bit more difficult than I had anticipated. I thought it was just going to slide together. So if you're having difficulty, you're not the only one. There was something I had to do at the bottom. I remember that I had to kind of just wiggle around that little half moon button to kind of get it back on correctly at the base. With the Dyson now clean and reassembled, here is the before, just a reminder, and here is the after. I'm going to show you a few before and afters. I really hope you enjoy these satisfying results because I sure did. I found that after using my Dyson, it had better performance, better suction, and overall looked amazing. I really hope you enjoyed the satisfying before and after shots, whether you need to clean out your handheld or you just like watching cleaning satisfying videos of vacuums. I really hope you enjoyed today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me until the end of the video. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and I will catch you in my next video when I upload next. Thanks for watching. Bye.